What is the age of accordance? If we look up what accordance means, what does accordance mean? We get some really wonderful definitions. Accordance is a noun, meaning agreement and conformity. So you can say in accordance with the rules. And it's also the act of according or granting the accordance of all rights and privileges. Let's move a little bit further. Agreement, conformity, in accordance with a rule, the act of granting something according a privilege. There was a wonderful merging definition. Where did it go? Da, 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 da. Well, here it is on Quora. Nan Irwin. In the context you give, the phrase in accordance with means that plans should comply with or follow whatever rules, directives, or policies are being referred to. The root word is accord, which means agreement or harmony, and both concepts are present in the phrase, as is the word dance. So here we are dancing with the concept of the future. And it's really up to every single sentient soul living and listening and participating in our discussion to design a future that all of us enjoy. Now, the dance of accord is a harmonious dance in which agreements are mutual, they're mutually beneficial, and exclusively mutually acceptable. The age of accordance excludes predation, harm. I mean, in the natural world, of course, sharks are running around or swimming around and eating other fish. That type of predation happens in the natural world. But when you have an intelligent species like humans wreaking havoc on the planet, on the natural world, on our ecosystems, on each other, um, it's embarrassing, really. It's embarrassing to be a human. We're not cleaning up after ourselves. We're not leaving our in, we're not leaving what we touch the same or better than when we found it. So the age of accordance is a future that let's create together and say that the dawning of the age of accordance is the 22nd century. Now I'm recording this at 5:11 right now. It's 5:11 a.m. on April 5th, 2018. So we have 82 years just under 82 years. Um, to reach a kind of foundation of ground rules that can launch us, that can move us, that can transform us as a collective consciousness into an age of accordance, an age of agreement, an age of dancing with mutual accord, where gain at the expense of harm falls away, where the model of yin yang with good and evil shifts to one of good and better. We do not need to experience harm to enjoy benefit. I mean, we don't need to murder in order to enjoy life. We don't need to have rape in our society in order to be able to enjoy and understand consensual, mutual sex or lovemaking. We don't need harm in order to understand benefit. We don't need destruction in order to be able to understand construction. Decay is a natural part of the life cycle of life. But destruction is not. We don't need it. We can abandon causing harm to each other, causing harm to animals, causing harm to the planet, poisoning our air, water, earth, destroying our cosmic protections. It's unnecessary. And as such, in the age of accordance, we drop the unnecessary destruction, evil, psychopathy, narcissism. We drop it. And we hold those exceptional personalities who cause harm to account. We don't have very many aberrant personalities on our planet. We have a few thousand despicable and powerful leaders who simply need to either be held to account or moved into a mentality of accordance. It's a very, very, very simple dawning of a new age. We don't need war. We don't need World War III. We don't need the ultimate battle between good and evil, because we're shifting to an environment where we have good and better. Good and better. Do we really need poverty to be able to understand wealth? No. We can have food and shelter and basic income for everyone. For everyone. So I hope you'll join me in helping humanity progress from whatever they're going to wind up calling our era in the 21st century here. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to get a very pleasant name. I mean, unless we call it the what are we in? We're in the age of reluctant awakening, of tedious self tedious introspection, of the age of just maybe examining, our impact on humanity and potentially considering not complying with orders to harm others, like not complying with laws that would make us kill, maim, or harm other people for no reason other than somebody tells you to do it. Like, just like the age of right now, we're in the age of complying with destructive authority, I guess, right? Like the age of the spineless. I don't know what our age is going to be called, but let's move into the age of accordance, shall we? I hope you'll join me. My name is Dinus W. Mickle, and I'm doing my best to write an ideal and plausible future for humanity. So, thank you. And there are many people who, and philosophers and authors who play a role and play a part and give, maybe even give the age of accordance a completely different name. Maybe even call it compliance to a particular religious philosophy. I do want to add the caveat. This clearly is not a unique concept. It's an age-old concept with slightly, maybe new, slightly different name. And I'd appreciate your comments and input and participation. And feel free to share how the concept of accordance has improved your personal life, your family life, your business life, or your impact on the world and on maybe international relations or politics or your community. The implications are quite phenomenal, quite nurturing, and quite enjoyable. So please do share, and I look forward to hearing about your progress. Thanks so much. Bye bye now.